Welcome back to the high seas adventure of a lifetime. Prepare to jump back on board as we navigate once again through the turbulent waters of the Grand Line. Sail with Luffy, a spirited young pirate with dreams as big as the ocean itself, as he gathers a crew of misfits and outcasts to journey across the Grand Line. Together, they pursue the legendary treasure, the fabled One Piece, confronting formidable adversaries and unraveling ancient secrets on their daring adventure. Sit back and prepare for the grand finale of One Piece Season 1. With danger lurking around every corner and excitement at every turn, this is one journey you won't want to miss. Grab your straw hat and buckle up, because the adventure of a lifetime is about to begin. The journey so far. No worries if you've missed the earlier episodes, climb aboard for a quick catch-up. Our journey kicks off as Luffy leaves Shell's Town, fueled by the legacy of Shanks' straw hat. Along the way, he tangles with the wicked Alvida, marking the beginning of his epic voyage to claim the title of Pirate King. In his travels, Luffy crosses paths with Zoro, a skilled swordsman with dreams of greatness imprisoned by corrupt marines. With Luffy's intervention, Zoro becomes his loyal companion, the right hand to his pirate ambitions. Alongside them, Nami, a clever thief with a talent for navigation, joins the crew, albeit temporarily. Things take a bizarre turn when they reach Buggy's Island, where the pirate captain can literally split himself into pieces. Luffy and Zoro find themselves in a heated skirmish with Buggy's crew, only to narrowly escape with the aid of an enigmatic canine ally. Their adventures continue as they make landfall in Syrup Village, where they encounter Usopp, a skilled marksman with a talent for spinning tall tales. Together they rally to protect Kaya, a wealthy heiress from the clutches of her deceitful butler Klahadore, who's harboring a dark secret. He's none other than the notorious pirate Captain Kuro. With Luffy's crew rallying behind her, they thwart Kuro's wicked schemes. Grateful for their help, Kaya aids them in acquiring their new vessel, the Going Merry, as they set sail toward the perilous waters of the Grand Line. However, their journey is soon interrupted by the formidable Vice Admiral Garp, a mighty marine officer who surprises them all by revealing himself as Luffy's own grandfather, determined to bring his adventurous grandson to justice. Their next stop is Baratier, a floating restaurant overseen by the culinary genius Sanji. With lightning-fast kicks and dreams of discovering the mythical All Blue, an ocean rumored to contain every type of fish imaginable. At Baratier, Luffy's clumsiness leads to disaster, as he accidentally shatters the mast of the floating restaurant. To make amends, he agrees to work off the damages, leading him to cross paths with Sanji, a chef whose kindness is as vast as his culinary skills. Meanwhile, Zoro faces a harrowing battle against Dracula Mihawk, one of the feared 7 warlords of the sea. Despite sustaining severe injuries, Zoro resolves to one day surpass his adversary, even if it means risking his life in the process. Following the clash, Sanji and Zeph, the restaurant's owner, share their own tale of survival. Stranded together in the past, Zeph sacrificed his own leg to save Sanji's life. United by their shared hardships, they both harbor a dream of discovering the mythical All Blue. However, their respite is short-lived as Arlong, a vengeful fishman pirate with a deep-seated hatred for humans, arrives on the scene, demanding Zeph's logbook, an essential key to unlocking the treasures of the Grand Line. Determined as ever, Luffy boldly declares war against Arlong, plunging into a fierce battle against the tyrannical fishman. However, the situation takes a shocking turn when they discover that Nami, their trusted navigator, has been secretly collaborating with Arlong all along. Betrayed and wounded, Usopp is left reeling from the battle. As they venture into Arlong Park, a grim island dominated by the ruthless fishman, they uncover the harsh reality of Coco Village, Nami's hometown, subjected to Arlong's brutal rule. Learning of Nami's tragic past, her orphan childhood, and her desperate pact with Arlong to secure her village's freedom, the crew's resolve to liberate her and her people only strengthens. Luffy vows to dismantle Arlong's oppression and bring justice to Coco Village. As the flames of Coco Village illuminate the horizon, the truth laid bare, Luffy, Zoro, Usopp, and Sanji stand alongside Nami, united in their resolve to end the tyranny of the fishmen and exact revenge on Arlong for his years of cruelty. Finale. The beginning. In the gripping finale episode of One Piece, The Worst in the East, the Straw Hat crew, now fully assembled, returns to Coco Village at dawn to confront the aftermath of destruction. With the villagers rallying behind them, Nami attempts to dissuade them from joining the fight, but their determination to reclaim their homeland or perish in the attempt remains unshakable. On Vice Admiral Garp's ship, a tense encounter unfolds as he's visited by the corrupt Captain Nezumi. Nezumi attempts to downplay reports of Arlong's pirate activities, shifting the blame onto Luffy for the chaos in Coco Village. Despite Kobe's insistence that Nezumi is deceiving them, Garp refuses to entertain the accusation and instead focuses on one question. Where is Luffy? Straw Hats Unleashed, the battle for freedom. As the Fishmen strategize their next move, the Straw Hats launch a daring assault on their headquarters, armed with swords, slingshots, and fierce determination. Zoro, Usopp, and Sanji swiftly engage the enemy forces, while Luffy and Nami make a beeline for the map room, intent on reclaiming their ticket to the Grand Line. Their mission takes a dangerous turn when Arlong intercepts them, unveiling his grand scheme to establish a Fishman empire ruling over the East Blue. However, Luffy is quick to point out the flaw in Arlong's vision, questioning the morality of replacing one form of oppression with another. What truly riles Luffy, though, is Arlong's disregard for Nami's autonomy, treating her as a mere pawn in his power-hungry game instead of respecting her desires and agency. In a tense showdown, Usopp finds himself pursued into the dense woods by a formidable Fishman adversary. Forced to rely on his wits and cunning, he employs every trick in his arsenal, including masterful deception, to fend off his attacker. Yet his triumph is bittersweet as he realizes that his heroic feat goes unnoticed, leaving him with a poignant sense of solitude. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos, Zoro and Sanji's dynamic is marked by equal parts banter and combat. Their incessant arguing grates on Buggy's nerves, prompting him to intervene and request their assistance in reuniting his severed head with his body. However, Buggy's idea of helping conveniently involves abandoning them to their fate. Despite their differences, Zoro and Sanji find common ground as they join forces to overcome a horde of fishmen. In a rare moment of camaraderie, Zoro begrudgingly acknowledges Sanji's prowess, realizing that perhaps the chef's penchant for mimicking Luffy's fighting style is a sign that he'll fit in just fine with the crew. The aftermath of victory. Luffy and Arlong clash fiercely within the confines of the map room, their battle escalating until Luffy delivers a devastating blow that brings the entire structure crashing down, ultimately crushing Arlong beneath the rubble. With the Fishmen vanquished, Nami and the liberated villagers of Coco Village rejoice in their newfound freedom, marking the end of their ordeal. As the Straw Hats kick back to savor their hard-earned victory, their moment of respite is abruptly interrupted by the unwelcome arrival of the Marines, led by the ever-disruptive Vice Admiral Garp. Determined to rain on their parade, Garp orders Kobe to arrest the Straw Hats. However, to everyone's surprise, including Garp's, Kobe defiantly refuses to carry out the order. Even more unexpectedly, Helmeppo, defying his own expectations and those of the audience, stands in solidarity with Kobe, refusing to intervene against the Straw Hats. Clash of Generations. Garp and Luffy's silent showdown. In a long-awaited confrontation, Garp finally faces off against his grandson Luffy in a showdown that speaks volumes without the need for words. With fists flying, Garp unleashes a barrage of blows that rival even Arlong's strength, sending Luffy crashing through the remnants of shattered structures, his pristine white suit untouched by the chaos around him. Despite Garp's relentless assault, Luffy remains resolute, unwavering in his determination to pursue his dreams of uncovering the One Piece and claiming the title of Pirate King. As the battle rages on, something clicks for Garp. He begins to understand the significance of Zeph's words about Luffy being the next Gol D. Roger, the legendary pirate. Realizing the depth of his grandson's resolve, Garp has a change of heart and decides to let the Straw Hats go, shifting his focus to apprehending the Fishmen instead. In a surprising turn of events, Kobe is left stunned by how easily Garp relents, mirroring the astonishment felt by all witnessing the unexpected outcome. With a farewell gesture, Garp reveals that the entire ordeal had been a test to gauge just how serious Luffy truly was about his ambitions. A farewell and new beginnings. Just before setting sail once more, Nami pays a heartfelt visit to Bellemere's grave, expressing her apologies and bidding a fond farewell. She also shares a touching moment with Nojiko, their bond strengthened by the trials they've endured together. Adorning her arm is a new tattoo, now transformed into the likeness of a tangerine plant, a symbol of growth and resilience. As the crew prepares to depart, Kobe approaches Luffy to bid his own farewell. Though he hasn't yet realized his dream of discovering the One Piece, Kobe proudly presents Luffy with a token of his progress, his very own wanted poster boasting a bounty of 30 million berry, the highest in the East Blue. With a mixture of pride and solemnity, The two acknowledge the inevitable divide that lies ahead, their paths diverging as they pursue their respective destinies. Meanwhile, aboard his ship, Garp extends an unexpected offer to both Kobe and Helmeppo, inviting them to join him under his tutelage. Embracing the opportunity for growth and redemption, the two former cadets accept, eager to embark on a new chapter under Garp's guidance. The Straw Hat's fame spreads. News of the Straw Hat crew's exploits spread far and wide, reaching even Luffy's hometown and catching the attention of old acquaintances like Kaya, who spots Usopp's distinctive silhouette on Luffy's wanted poster. Meanwhile, Buggy and Alvida get wind of the bounty and join forces in a bid to track down Luffy and claim the reward, prompting speculation about the fate of other adversaries like Captain Kuro. A potential reunion with past foes sets the stage for riveting drama in the future. Dracule Mihawk also spreads word of Luffy's rising renown to Captain Shanks and his crew, leading to an impromptu celebration where even the stoic Mihawk is compelled to join in. Yet, amidst the excitement, a pang of regret arises at the missed opportunities to delve deeper into the stories of Shanks' crew and Mihawk himself. However, with hope on the horizon, there's anticipation for future seasons to explore additional pirate groups beyond just the Straw Hats and the Marines. As Nami shares the sobering news of their heightened notoriety, she warns the crew that lingering in the East Blue poses a grave danger. However, Luffy reassures them that they won't be staying put. They are bound for the Grand Line. With their destination set, the crew returns to the Going Merry, where they reveal a heartfelt surprise for Nami, a cluster of tangerine trees symbolizing their support and solidarity. Touched by their gesture, Nami unveils the surprise they've prepared for Luffy, a momentous occasion that Usopp punctuates by dropping the mainsail, revealing the crew's iconic Jolly Roger flag at long last. Gathered on deck for a symbolic cast-off ceremony, each member props their right leg up on a barrel, declaring their individual goals: to find the All Blue, to claim the title of Pirate King, to become the world's greatest swordsman, to chart a map of the world, and to embody the spirit of a brave warrior of the sea. With determination in their hearts and unity in their purpose, the Straw Hat crew set sail toward the horizon, ready to face whatever adventures await them in the vast expanse of the Grand Line. Finale. The conclusion. The finale episode of the season treats viewers with a masterful blend of action, emotion, and anticipation as the Straw Hat crew wraps up their adventures in the East Blue and sets their sights on the treacherous Grand Line. The deliberate pacing of the finale brings a sense of closure to an action-packed season, neatly tying up loose ends while leaving the door open for future adventures. With hopes for a second season and beyond, the prospect of further exploring the rich tapestry of the storylines and character dynamics is tantalizing. The episode concludes with a tantalizing glimpse of what may lie ahead, a mysterious figure shrouded in cigar smoke, ominously setting Luffy's wanted poster ablaze. Fans familiar with the manga and anime will recognize this enigmatic figure as none other than Mr. Crocodile, the mastermind behind Baroque Works. The tease of his appearance hints at exciting new challenges awaiting the Straw Hat crew in the Grand Line. As the Straw Hats set sail toward their next destination, the promise of future adventures looms large on the horizon. Whether they'll face off against Mr. Crocodile and the mysteries of the Grand Line in the live-action adaptation remains to be seen. For now, their journey continues, propelled by the winds of destiny and the spirit of adventure that defines them. Season 1 Review. Netflix's adaptation of One Piece is a blast to watch, and it's not just because it surpasses previous attempts at live-action anime and manga. One Piece stays true to its source material, offering big stylistic swings and a cast of characters you won't forget. Whether you're a hardcore fan or new to the series like me, there's something to enjoy here. You might even start believing in live-action anime and manga adaptations again. From epic sword fights to stunning locations, One Piece thrives on spectacle. Each of Season 1's 8 episodes features at least one intense set piece, often more. Whether it's a daring heist, a fierce brawl, or a thrilling naval battle, the action keeps you hooked. Even quieter moments, like visits to a floating restaurant or a lavish mansion, have their own flair. And when the tension ramps up, like in a slasher-style showdown, you'll be glued to the screen. Despite the abundance of intense sequences, One Piece keeps them feeling fresh by introducing a rotating rogues gallery of opponents. Buggy the Clown pulls our heroes into a nightmarish circus scenario, while Warlord Dracula Mihawk brings a vampiric swagger and wields a cartoonishly large sword in a duel to the death. Elsewhere, Fishman Pirate Arlong disrupts the Straw Hats' dynamic, sinking his shark teeth into the scenery as he does so. With these villains, and every other foe awaiting Luffy and his crew, bigger performances aren't just better, they're also truer to the original anime and manga. While it's true that live action can't perfectly replicate the ultra-expensive physicality and explosive fight scenes of anime or manga, One Piece certainly gives it a shot, with varying degrees of success. For instance, the series sometimes leans too heavily on extreme close-ups and tilted angles to mimic an anime feel. However, combat sequences here are appropriately heightened. Expect gravity-defying flips and elite swordsmanship. Melee weapons like Nami's bow staff or Zoro's three swords feel grounded thanks to intricate choreography and stunt work. Things get a bit trickier with Luffy's rubber powers, which converge into the uncanny valley. Fortunately, One Piece uses them sparingly, and by the end of the season, you've grown accustomed to the sight of Luffy's ever-expanding arms. For the most part, One Piece avoids the uncanny valley between realism and CGI with large practical sets that immerse us in Luffy's world. Ships like the Baratier and the Going Merry are particularly impressive, as are the windmills of Windmill Village. These vibrant constructed backgrounds sometimes clash with natural locations like forests or beaches, reflecting the divide between artifice and reality, much like the line between anime and live action. Despite occasional visual dissonance, One Piece's execution remains strong enough to deliver a larger-than-life delight, with a strong heart. Yes, it's a series where a boy can repel a bullet with his stretchy skin, but it's also about a group of outcasts finding and supporting each other. Each member of the Straw Hat Pirates, including later recruits Usopp and Sanji, has a dream they want to achieve, but none can do it alone. Only together can these adventurers succeed, and with their journeys already showing promise in Season 1, it's hard not to crave more One Piece.